Hello everybody and welcome to this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show. Today we are obviously at Disney's Contemporary Resort about to dine at the Wave. Today is the official reopening of the DDC resorts and we're really excited to get back to it. So let's go have dinner at one of our favorite spots.
Okay, so we have just had our appetizers. Very, very excited that even though technically the bacon and eggs have been removed from the menu, you can still request them. So they are still available. So when you come into the Wave, you can ask for the bacon and eggs, which of course I, along with most of the people sitting at this table, except one, did. And it was as superb as it always is. The consistency on that dish, the tenderness of the pork belly, that Tillamook cheese and the grits, the perfectly poached egg, especially when all taken together, just an amazing dish. It will never get old for me. I have been waiting 3 months to eat my bacon and eggs, and so I'm a very happy man right now.
So I got the bacon and eggs as well. I was gonna get something else just to have some variety to give you guys a different take on things than what we normally get, but I haven't been here in like 3 or 4 months, so I'm just gonna get what I wanted to get, and it was bacon and eggs. It was absolutely as good as I remembered, maybe better than I remembered. I thought about it for a while and remembered it being great, and then I thought, well, maybe I'm overplaying it, and then now I'm like, no, it really was as good as I remembered, if not better. So ate it all, cleaned my plate, perfect dish. It's as good as it's ever been.
Hey, I got the bacon and eggs because Pete made me. No, I'm kidding. He recommended it.
Such a tough job.
Yes, it was delicious. It was. I've never ever had it before, so I didn't know what to expect. So it was a wonderful surprise. It was really well done. The flavors were all there. I love the grits with the cheese. Definitely come get it at the Wave.
So I was the oddball that did get the lump crab cake at $15, but those are the two most popular appetizer items here at the Wave. It's the crab cake and the bacon and eggs. And the crab cake is, I'm telling you, if you like crab cake, if you like seafood, try this, because this is my favorite crab cake on property, hands down. It is as well what I normally get and was just as good as I remember it. And I would say a little bit better too. I feel like I got hooked up on the corn salad there. I feel like I got like probably double corn salad from the previous times I've been to the Wave. Also, I feel like they gave me a little bit more sauce. Usually the sauces are this green aioli and this orange aioli. Usually it's just like a little dab, 4 little dabs. I had 4 big dabs this time. So really good. Highly recommend that too. Obviously the bacon and eggs is the favorite, but get the crab cake, try that too. It's a slam dunk.
Okay, so for my entree, I got the pork tenderloin. This comes on a bed of smoked cheddar grits, a coffee barbecue sauce, roasted broccolini, and tremula, and $25 dish. It is a substantial dish. There's a lot there to eat, especially if you've started with the bacon and eggs. It's a very filling dish, so I'm having trouble finishing this. What I love about this restaurant, this is a signature restaurant dish at table service prices. Okay, this dish at any signature restaurant on Disney property is going to be $40, but it's $25 here. The pork tenderloin was prepared perfectly. It was tender. It was flavorful, it was not overcooked. You mix it with that coffee barbecue sauce, and then again, these people and their grits. Oh my God, I'm not a grit person. These people and their grits. You take those things together, and it's just spectacular. Absolutely phenomenal dish. And again, I've had this before. It's consistently like this. This is not a one-off. So that's sometimes it's good and sometimes it isn't. This is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. $25 at Walt Disney World. I can spit and hit the Magic Kingdom. It's closed, but I could spit and hit the Magic Kingdom right now. So, you know, it's what I love about the Wave. It is that rare place, that rare place that you can get this kind of meal and not feel like you're being ripped off, or actually feel like you're getting a good deal for the quality of the meal you're getting. So.
I got the Tikka Masala. It's $18. It's jasmine rice, oven roasted cauliflower, coconut, and yellow curry. It also comes apparently with tofu on it. They do offer like a meat option to upgrade for $5, but if you don't pick that, you get tofu on top, which I didn't know. And I don't know if we talked about it at the beginning, but this is like how the menus are right now. So we actually sat down with our phone and just scanned it with the QR code. And then on the back, there's Spanish, there's French, and there's Portuguese. So you can have the menu pop up on your phone rather than them bringing you one. We were all wondering how they were going to do it.
And we should
apparently it's
also
QR code.
just also mention you don't need a special app for that. You just open the camera if you have an iPhone.
Any smartphone.
I don't know, does it work on Android? It worked on Android? Just open your camera app and point it at that, and it'll bring up the URL.
Yeah. So you get to see everything that's going to be on the menu that's currently available, because some restaurants don't have every single menu item. But so Tikka Masala, for any of you that watch the show, that's definitely outside the norm of what I get. I'm trying new things, so it's not my norm. It is very, very good. I really like the sweetness of the coconut in it. The jasmine rice is really well made. The cauliflower is really crunchy, and it's almost al dente, but it is very, very good. I've previously having cauliflower, it's kind of mushy, and I love that this has some actual crunch to it. I have never had tofu before, and I have no interest in having it again. It is just slime, and like it has no flavor, and I don't get it. I get that. I guess it's supposed to soak juices of meats or something that's around it, or maybe some other types of sauces, but to me it doesn't taste like anything, and I know it's like 3 times the fat of other stuff, so I did try a bite of it, not for me, and I picked around it. So if you eat tofu and it's not supposed to be the consistency of like, you know, kind of mush, maybe like key lime pie is the consistency of it, like if that's not correct, then this wasn't good tofu, but if that is what it's normally like, then you might like it.
I had the Syrio Key, and this one comes with forest mushrooms, sweet potatoes, rainbow Swiss chard, brown butter parmesan sage cream for $22. It was absolutely delicious. I love mushroom, so anytime I see mushroom on a menu, I get whatever it comes with. I'm a big mushroom fan. The gnocchi was great. It was very, very filling for $22. Definitely a good plate, even to share. I would say if you're getting an appetizer, maybe you can share this entree and you'll be good to go. Definitely a good option here at the Wave.
So I got the grilled beef tenderloin. That's $34. It came with potato gratin, seasonal veggies, and a vinaigrette. The seasonal veggies was an asparagus with kind of like a little bit of a spicy kick dressing on it. I've got an asparagus with this grilled beef tenderloin before, and it wasn't spiced that way. So that was actually a little different than what I'm used to, but I really liked it. This is as well what I always do get at the Wave, and like Sean mentioned, for these shows, sometimes we would like to spice it up and try something different on the menu, but like he also mentioned, it's been months since we've been here, so I've been waiting to get back to my favorites. That's exactly what I focused on tonight, the crab cake and this filet, and both were just as good, if not a little bit better than I remembered them. So big thumbs up for this meal as a whole.
All right, so for dinner, I had the creme brulee, the no sugar added creme brulee. And unfortunately, I did not like it. I thought it was painfully average. I don't think it had a lot of flavor. I also thought that the sugar or whatever they crystallized on the top of it was sugar. It was too thick. It had like it was like sheetrock, how thick it was, and just not good. You know, it should really be a very, very thin layer of sugar on top of a creme brulee. Easy enough to break. This was kind of hard. And and then the creme brulee itself, the custard was just bland and boring. So not my favorite dessert, unfortunately. $7, but yeah, this is not a dessert I probably wouldn't do this again. It also had fresh fruit on top, and the fresh fruit really had, again, I'm pretty sure it went through a flavor vacuum before it came to the table, because it really didn't have a lot of flavor.
So as I said earlier, I'm trying new things and I want to get things that I like at this point. And so I decided that none of the dessert options really looked that appealing to me. So I got a Cigar City Brewing Maduro Brown Ale for my dessert. So I decided to get a beer instead, or an ale, and it was very good. It actually had a dessert-ish taste to it, not to the degree of like port wine or something, but it was a really good after-dinner type of beer. It was stout. It was not caramelly, but somewhat on the sweeter side, I guess, and I really enjoyed it. So I think if you're looking through and you don't see a dessert that you like, other people can split their stuff and you can just get alcohol and be fine. So that's my recommendation if you're coming here. Having had both desserts previously on other stays, I would get a drink.
And I got the creme brulee as well, and I have to agree with Pete. It just needed a little bit of a flavor kick. I don't know if maybe a little bit of vanilla or something would have like elevated. If you are looking for a dessert, not necessarily something super sugary, maybe this would be a good option for you. But it was just, just very, very below average after the amazing meal that we actually had. It was just a little bit of a letdown. And I would have rather gotten the second option instead of the creme brulee. But you know what? It's one out of 3 courses. I think it's okay.
So there are only 2 dessert options on the menu right now. The creme brulee was one of them, obviously, and the other one was the chocolate flight, $11, and that is what I got. That comes with a chocolate croissant bread pudding, brownie creme brulee, and German chocolate cake. So this is something that I've gotten previously at the Wave before. I do really like it. For me, the chocolate croissant bread pudding shines highly above the other 2 options on here. Personally, I would rather just order a dessert with that and then a dollop of vanilla ice cream on it and call it a day. The other 2 aren't bad, but that for me is so much better, like warm bread pudding, warm fudgy bread pudding with caramel sauce. The other 2 are like very just like chocolate cake type desserts. One with creme brulee on top and one with like some more fudgy stuff on top. But that bread pudding is to die for. I'll definitely get that again. Like I said, $11, a little bit pricey. But yeah, I think for me, I've tried both desserts. That's the better of the 2.
All right, so we just wrapped up our dinner at the Wave. Like I said, it's the reopening of DVC resorts here at Walt Disney World. What did everybody think?
They didn't miss a beat. They did not miss a beat. They were, the appetizer, the main course, consistent. Dessert was a little disappointing, but I don't care. I really, they're every bit as good. Again, signature dining quality at one table service credit prices. And that is certainly still the case.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was great. The meal was as good as it ever is. Probably with this, just because what did you guys think about the changes because of COVID? Like, did it mess up your experience?
Not at all. I thought it was really well thought out with the QR code for the menu that comes up. I thought that was really smart. No more of when they give you the check, it's not in the folio it normally is. It's now in a paper folio that they'll discard after you use it. And it was a wonderful dinner at the Wave, and it wasn't affected at all by any of the changes, and not in the least. And you know what? There were people in there. There were about 9 or 10 tables in there, so it wasn't dead.
It was about 30% capacity.
Yeah.
It seemed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. Julie, it was your first time.
It was not my first time at the Wave, but my first time eating a couple of those items. But it felt normal. I think that's like the best thing about it. It felt like a normal Disney Wave experience. The wait staff, the entire cast member team, above and beyond. Everyone's so excited to see you back, and they let you know. They come to check on you. It was a really, really great experience coming back to Disney, to this specific resort and the Wave. Yeah.
And I mean, 30% capacity, or whatever percentage this is right now, is a very unique experience to have.
Yeah.
What feels like complete areas to yourself. Like right now we're out in the courtyard behind Contemporary,
Go ahead,
and it's just
go ahead
us.
and flip the camera just so we can show people.
Turn it like this.
All right. Because they want your head in every shot.
Exactly. Now just look at that. Empty. Completely empty.
It is. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. So, all right, folks, that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show. Hope you enjoyed it. From Yulady, Sean, Fiasco, and myself, have a good one.